Hey everybody, Richie here from RecklessPixel.com with another episode in the Lens Wizard Lightroom series. So in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to do two specific things. I'm going to show you how to prepare an image to upload, a reference file I should say, how to upload a reference file of your original file to the United States copyright website so that you can have a copyrighted, registered copyrighted image. And the second thing I'm going to do is show you how to make an export preset in Lightroom so that you'll always have that there in the future, and it kind of streamlines everything. The one thing I will not show you how to do in this video is how to actually upload to the website. If you look in the description under this video, there will be a link to a video that shows specifically that. And what I've done is I have a whole series about copywriting your images, and there's many videos in that series, and you should find the links to them all down below. There's also a playlist on the channel for that. So now with that said, I kind of need to get you set up. There's a little bit of a setup. It's very easy to do, and you know, you can upload literally hundreds or thousands of images for the $55 fee. So you're going to be preparing many images at one time, and we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do this, and then we're going to make a preset for it. But first you need to get set up, and let's first talk about what it is you're going to upload and what you're not. So open this file. This is a file, image of Cali, and this is a camera raw file. This is a Canon camera raw file, and it is a derivative, and we don't want derivatives, okay? This has been edited. Even though it's a raw file out of my camera, because I have edited it, it is a derivative, and we want the original. So the original would look like this. If I hit reset, there it is, the flat image out of camera. I need to make a reference file of this image right here, okay, not of this image. Okay, so when it comes time, and hopefully it never will, but if it ever came time to prove in court, your attorney needed to prove something, he needs to have the original file. So he would want this, and he doesn't need to have a high resolution image. The government doesn't need to have a high resolution image. They just need to have, the original image. I just can't say that enough, because a lot of people get confused about that. Another example of a derivative is the next one over here. We have a copy of a TIFF file that I edited in Photoshop, and as you can see, this has been cropped in a 1:1 crop, probably for Instagram, and this would be like a third generation derivative. This is the TIFF file. This would be a second generation derivative. These are what I don't need to upload. So now let's go through the workflow, and the only way I can show it to you is I have to show you my workflow. Maybe you will have a different one, but for me, this is how it all starts. So to make it easy to do this, what I think is easy. So I take the SD card out of the camera with the images, and I'm ready to upload them. I put it into the the card reader, the dock, whatever, the slot in the PC, and I hit this import button. Now when I hit this import button, it brings up the dialog here for import. Let me just change this because that's wrong. Normally I import everything to the K drive, but if you look down here, I have this tick box checked, and it puts a copy onto the J drive. Now this has nothing to do with copyright. This is just backing, common sense. You want to back up your photos. So Lightroom will back up to a second drive at the same time it's importing to your primary location. Okay, so these files that are on the secondary, the backup, they just sit there. They're never touched. They just sit there waiting in case something happens to the good old K drive fails. Hopefully that never happens. So let's go and look on the system at that folder. And I just need to show you this so you can get your head kind of wrapped around it, what it is that I'm talking about. So here we are, we're over on J drive, and here is 2K17 import backup. And on the particular day of the model shoot we were looking at was July 22nd. Now keep in mind, Lightroom labels them on the day they were imported, not the day they were shot. Now on this particular day, I shot on the 22nd, and then I came back and I uploaded right away, downloaded, however you want to look at it. So here are all the images. I even have my behind the scenes video for social media and everything that we were promoting the shoot. And there's two, I should say, you see a different person here. There's two models in the shoot that day. This is Nicole, but if we scroll down, we will find the second half of the shoot. It started with Callie, okay? And then if we keep on going, we can go on down and find that original image, which was right there. Also has the XMP file for each particular image stored next to it. Now I just wanted to show you that, just so it kind of wrap your head around, you know, what was going on with this backup. Now, we want to find that folder. So if I go over here to J Drive and go down, there is the folder, right? And if I go scroll down far enough, we will find the image for Callie. And if I can remember what the image number was, I believe it was 7031. And there we are, 7031. So there is our image, flat, unedited, just what we need. Now, before we proceed any further, I need to show you where the image is going to. And this requires very simple setup prior to all of this. Prior to all of this, on my J Drive, I set up copyright registration 2K17. It's just a mother folder that holds copyright ready for zip and ready for upload. I'm going to put these into this folder from Lightroom, and I'm going to make a zip folder that will be stored over here. And the zip folder is what will go up to the Copyright Office's website. So I just need to give you an idea, and this will make more sense here in a minute when we start using these folders. So here's our image. We don't have to do anything to it. We're going to hit Control-Shift-E. That is going to bring up a dialog box. As you can see, I'm set up for a preset for Facebook. I need to create a new preset. So what I need to do is go over here, specific folder. I want to send them to a specific folder, and I'm going to hit choose. I'm going to go down here, and let's see here, I'm going to go to my J Drive, find it there, and I'm going to go down to copyright registration 2K17, and I'm going to select the folder that says ready for zip. And now that folder is selected, and I just hit select folder, and brings me back over here to this export dialog. File naming, I don't need to put, I don't want to change, you definitely don't want to change your file names. You want to keep them as to what they are in your main storage. File settings, I'm going to move this down to like 800, okay? And that limit file size to 800K. They don't need to be very big. Color group, I'm going to keep it small, and they're going to be JPEGs, okay? The long, resize it to the long edge. The long edge I am going to put at 600. They don't need to be very big. And the resolution, as you may know, to read something on a computer monitor, we're not making prints. We just need a 72 DPI. And well, let me open that back up. I didn't mean to close that. Watermark, definitely no watermark. If you put a watermark in it, it is a derivative. So you do not want to have a watermark in there. Now, before I actually hit export, I want to save this. I want to, over here, I click on add. It opens up my little dialog box here, which was off camera. And I'm going to call this copyright 2K17, and store it under user presets. And there it is. And if I double check, I've selected where it's going to. We're not changing anything here. We're going to go with limit file size and 600 on the long edge, 72 DPI, no watermarks. To sharpen for screen, you can leave that. That doesn't matter. And now I'm going to hit export. And I have it set up so that it opens it up once it's exported. And if we open that up, we see that we have a JPEG. And it's, you know, just big enough that it's a perfect reference file. So let's just close that. Let's close that. And we go back over here. And that's pretty much, that's all you need to do. So now if I was to open this dialog up and I wanted to put this whole photo shoot, bring this up. I don't need any of my video stuff. I don't need any video, so I'm going to go and I'm just going to hit select all. Get rid of my video, and I know when we come down to where Cali is, we have some more video. And we're good to go. Now, the one thing I do want to do is for this particular thing is I want to deselect and now I hit Control Shift E, and I've got my copyright preset, and I'm going to hit export. .551 files are exporting, and this, you're going to watch the status bar. It'll go across, and we'll pick up the video when that's done. Okay, it's actually still in progress. You can see the thumbnail changing on the folder. If we open the folder, you can see that they're coming in. Okay, so our images have finished exporting, and the very first thing is we want to see what our folder size is, how much this whole folder here, how much this is. So just go to your properties. I know everybody's system's a little bit different, and it tells me the size on disk here is 115 megabytes. The United States Copyright Office's website lets you upload 500 megabytes at one time. So I can still add to this folder, and I will, but for all intent purposes, if I was ready to upload, what I would do is, and again here, everybody's system's different, I would compress this folder, and once I have a compressed folder like this, I would then drop it into here for upload, and that's where I would find it. So just wait for that to finish, and I would rename this to models 2K17, and I would take it and deposit it over there into. Okay, so that's it. You've seen how to prepare your files for upload to the United States Copyright Office's website, and I showed you how to do a preset, and we kind of went over where to deposit them and everything like that. So check out the next video, hit like, hit subscribe on this video, and copyright your images. It's definitely worth it. $55 for literally hundreds, if not thousands of them. Okay, everybody, have a great day.